I'm trying to load up the thing. You could do it. I appreciate it.
Go ahead, Quinn, whenever you're ready.
I'm not ready. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to test the audio, make sure I'm loaded up the mic. You can do the intro while
With
I'm
that
doing
being
that, please.
said, apparently my partner does not want to do the intro here, but we are going to be casting the Tier 2 PlayStation 4 finals here. We got Team Deathwatch, that'll be on the red team, and REV Cerberus, that is currently on the blue team. My name is Plain, also known as Plain Disrespect, casting with my buddy Quinn here.
Hello.
Just waiting for her to give me the okay that she's at the 15-second mark, and we'll go ahead and give a countdown for the start.
I am. When you're ready.
Alright, we'll go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Heading on over to the homies of Rev Cerberus here. Looks like they got, or did have a Bastion out, but we'll start with the Rhine Diva comp here. Crossfire FPS. Opting for the Reinhardt. Let's watch these two main takes clash here. Now Deathwatch opt for the high ground. Crossfire getting a lot of ulti charge, going down pretty low. Walled off by his team. Does find one with it, that. Charges in, looks like they do find two. Oh, but gets booped off by Lucio. Two boop kills going on, one for each side. The fight seems to be pretty even at this moment. Rev Cerberus ultimately taking it back, capturing the first point. Got Ghost Nathan Jr. here on the Hanzo, trying to click some heads here. Wall goes down. Do got D.Va out of mech and down. Crossfire down as well.
This will heal you.
Looks like Deathwatch did go ahead and change the tempo and just brought it straight to them, right onto the point. Old school Jedi, looks like they'll have virtually almost all their ultimates here. Basically both teams will have almost all their ultimates here. Let's see how they opt to use that. Bomb goes up. Does catch old school Jedi here. Plenty of ultimates for the recontest. Unruly down from 3. Go ahead and eat that fire strike there. Ghost Nathan does have his ultimate here. Let's see how he decides to use it on this choke here. More than likely will. Second time. Does catch one with it. A lot of chaos going on in this room here.
A lot of ulti.
Regenerating the cellular structure.
They do get the Mei down there. And Cherry Soda does have their ultimate, the Coalescence here. Held on to it for quite some time. Hasn't necessarily needed to use it at all.
else can you actually
They trade shatters. Don't think they found anybody into it. That coal does go down.
Get into position.
Cleaning up ever chaos. He seems doors, people is cleaning up.
Score.
Looks like they do capture
Ready for battle.
map 1 here.
I much for waiting.
You see a little, potentially a ball coming up here.
Be interesting to see a wrecking ball in this because there's been a lot of May in the usage.
4, 3, 2.
And then we do see Hanzi Shimuda on the Bastion as well. So Old School does opt for the Rhine, but funny to see a Bastion coming up here, and we'll see how they decide to run it. Looks like they are going to attempt to fight for that high ground.
The mentality comes out already. Very, very quickly to get mentality just to keep being alive there.
He's going to opt to go for the high ground here, and we'll just keep jumping up and down until he finds someone or something. Holding the high ground, did get one. Got the static medic. That Bastion seems to be pretty gruesome against him.
I mean, he's following that Reinhardt there. Whether that Reinhardt goes back in his fight, but he keeps that up as quick as he can. Full support of his team there, and then as you have to, I find it a Bastion. You need that support from your team. Without the once you have that,
And we do see the DPS line change from Team Deathwatch here. I potentially try to combat that, but Shatter does go down.
Huge sights to clean it up.
Jeez.
It was massive.
That's a 4K sights.
Accompanying the shatter from Crossfire, their team just cleaned it up. You can see them all looking at each other there like, we just did that. We just did that.
See how Deathwatch fight back into this here. They do drop the window.
We have got a Bastion up coming up. It does look like Bastion is going on the flank. The Sombra has packed him. Really
Shatter goes down, doesn't catch anybody.
window comes up. Is it enough to keep them away? They decide to wait it out. Bastion again trying to get the flank.
Enemy contact. My ultimate is bearing the damage.
Gonna need to see that Sombra. Okay, Inflames does opt to go for the legs here. Ditches the Sombra.
They're gonna have to touch that point. They're coming up very, not a large amount of time until to touch that point.
Oh, just ran into his Bastion here. 95%.
Bastion distracted with the possibility of a big
one
ult.
can.
Wow.
And that'll be REV Cerberus taking the first map, getting 1 point. Currently 1-0.
That was very well played as a group from REV Cerberus. The Deathwatch just directly without Bastion.
It seems to be the case recently, as we've casted some previous matches and people trying and attempting to deal with the Bastion. It's not necessarily something that you're expecting to see virtually in
I mean,
gameplay
I never expect Bastion to come out controllable.
Welcome to
Personally,
reality.
I think it just, I don't see, like, personally, I struggle to fit it around the map type. But Cerberus did. They fit it
Ready
into
for
their
battle.
comp, and the Bastion was very mobile and covering the flanks with the soldiers' usage of the high ground. And then you see the Reinhardt delivering devastating shatters, and Deathwatch did very well. They put up a very good fight, but it
Attackers
just wasn't enough
incoming
for that
in
match.
30 seconds.
No.
We're gonna head on over here to Dorado. Excuse me, Rialto.
It's an O, and it's a payload. I mean,
Hello.
Go ahead and stop at the 15-second mark here.
I will absolutely let you know when I'm at the 15th second mark. I'm still loading in.
You
How are
got
the
it.
comps looking for each side?
Looks like we got... Right now, on the defending side, we do have Rev here on the Rhine Zarya. Got a Pharmacy, an Anna, and a Hanzo. Now, what we're being teased with here on the opposing team, we got the Rhine still, we got a Junkrat, got Crickets, Bean still staying on the lamp and the boots, and then we do got Anna as well.
It will be interesting
Second.
to see. Like, these are very interesting team comps, and with Mystic as well on the Diva last round, they were there with their Reinhardt, cleaning up wherever he went. Obviously, the team were all revolving around Reinhardt and cleaning up his kills, so it'll be really fun to see. You basically have ground Junkrat and sky Junkrat. So I'm at the 15-second mark, so I'm ready whenever you are.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and count down 3, 2, and 1.
I require healing.
Marked by the dagger.
I will not
So
waste.
see what Unruly wants to go ahead and go with.
5,
These Aryas are going to be looking at very high charge games running into a Junkrat and then a Pharah as well.
Engaged.
stop the payload.
Taking a look at Super Ninja right now, and Tenchi of Death on the Hanzo already gets one. Silencing that Kree right away.
Zarya trying to pressure the Hanzo on the high ground for a secondary fire.
Thanks for the assist.
Moving in to support her Reinhardt.
Claims did opt to go for the Ash here on that immediate death. Ooh, Super Ninja may have got himself out a little too far, but still staying up with that Mercy. Tenchi on the Hanzo did catch one, and Super Ninja finally meets their rival here. Takes down and claims. Gets two.
Unfortunately,
Gets an environmental kill.
Tanks, but they did save their Reinhardt's life. So the Reinhardt did manage to trade, unfortunately. Almost saving his life with that bubble. This is really unfortunate that they couldn't follow it up because she was off that bridge. I hate that bridge on Rialto. It makes me sad. Always find my
Bad
way
things
off
have
of
happened
it.
there.
You know, half the time it's just me walking off of it. I'm hoping it's something in the sky.
Gotta love it. That's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes.
And she looking for dragons here. The mode comes up, but with huge immortality.
Huge.
West Cerberus is cleaning up again and again and again.
My ultimate is
And Super Ninja literally just chilling on the top of their spawn here.
I mean, that's what you're doing really well defensively.
Oh! Caught one, will get two, more than likely, it sure did.
Very smart talking to the Mercy here to be a second credit for actually honestly is a really difficult thing.
I will not waste this opportunity.
You see a
They let
barrage.
their ulti fly right in their spawn, too.
I mean,
This
we're
is
coming up with a grab, a shatter. We've got a window on the side of Deathwatch, and they just put these ults down, punish these guys, and move this part down the corner where it needs to be. And they're doing all kinds of work on each side. In the background, doing all kinds of work. Aggressive tank line up.
Crossfire does find one. Super another. Tenchi lets the dragon fly, potentially splits him off. Tenchi going off, having a day as well. And it seems to be a DPS difference between both sides of the teams. It doesn't look like Deathwatch has any answer for the farmer seed here.
I mean, it is a very, very difficult game to combat, and personally, I struggle as well, so I just hope that Mercy damage boost, and you've got the Hando coming in dash, you've got the Pharah focusing on dash. It's just a really, really unfortunate position for...
Big hammer came out.
The Pharah is down, but having Mercy isn't going for the res, so they are down Pharah, but I mean, this is still a lost fight for the Deathwatch, if they can come back. That Hando is being absolutely devastating on the high ground. Ash doing her best. Wrecking Ball looking in for a final touch.
Do they have anybody to touch?
Bob's coming up.
Okay, barely getting touch.
Heroes never die.
Bean doing what they can on the back tooth cliff. Dragons do come out.
Oh, dragon out. Quick thinking by any planes, jumps right over it.
Mercy gets the
Rev
res,
is
that
finding
is a
themselves here.
really impressive rise from Medic there. Right in front of the enemy team, managing to get Zarya back up and into the fight.
He's been doing their best to keep everybody alive.
Mystics,
Drops a window.
bubble management on Zarya is really, really impressive there.
That shatter may have not registered or something happened there, but
Allow me to
regardless, looks like Rev Defiance is coming out on top of it.
Red Cerberus.
Rev, so there's been that is so
It's the
true.
Xbox in you. It's the Xbox in you. We gotta shake that up.
Exactly.
This is a whole different platform, whole different kettle of fish.
Forgive me, Rev Cerberus. Forgive me.
Initiating match.
Nonetheless, great defense here, and they only have to go literally just to the first choke point, just a little bit past it, and they can go ahead and give themselves a 2-0 here.
I mean, it's really interesting to see Deathwatch doing a really defensive style, even on attack, because, I mean, Rev Cerberus have got such a violent style, like, attacking. They're so in the face, brawl, as a brawl should be, and then Deathwatch having to play on the defensive. It'll be really interesting to see how it kind of turns around now that they're anticipating having to play more defensively. Because we do see the Bastion come out again. Different Bastion. I think.
Where did a medic like you learn to handle a weapon?
It's crazy. It's crazy to see the
the
Bastion again, and just I don't think on the defensive side you're really ever necessarily ready for it.
I mean, attack Bastion is something that you kind of go, oh, they've got an attack Bastion. But yeah, you do really like come out of the gates on defense preparing for it. Although, what is Unruly Tank doing over there? Oh, he's just getting a fire strike. I thought we were going to waste one of those pins off the map. Okay, where the fire just...
Take a look at Tenchi here. Looks like he's going for a flank.
Well, I'm not confusing him, they're already in their backline.
Oh. I think that may have been a coordinated plan. They just wanted the DPS just to go right from the back line.
I mean...
Okay, they hold off pretty well.
Look at
Deathwatch
the health
go ahead and
bars.
deny the DPS.
I mean, Reinhardt's health bar is giving me anxiety. I can't imagine how their healers are feeling. Very, very good match usage from that Cerberus, and Deathwatch was very, very well holding this. I like the unit. Diving the DPS off that line, old school Jedi on the Diva, denying Hando at high ground, which was giving them so much trouble in the first round.
I'm taking care of
I mean, Deathwatch have adapted and overcome, and Rev Cerberus are just holding strong, coming up with new plans all the time.
Rev Cerberus here did go ahead and make a switch right away. They went from the Bastion to a Hanzo, and
Huge
Plenty of
immortality
ultis
there.
going down.
I'll get that death watch.
Deathwatch holding strong.
I mean, we're seeing a couple of Diva bombs coming up here, as well as a couple of, well, we've got one Shatter coming up on the Red Cerberus side. I mean, Red Cerberus have got a few ults under their sleeve now. It'd be interesting if Deathwatch can hold with their one, maybe two ults coming up.
See who lets the Diva bomb fly first. Flames getting a big target down at Viola Fiore. First bomb comes out.
Immortality.
Doesn't catch anybody.
There's
Second bomb comes out. Doesn't catch anything but an immortality field.
I mean, I think this just shows how valuable that can be in this situation.
Is approaching its destination.
Oh, Cerberus third, making a big push here.
I
I don't think anyone can touch, and no one's around.
That's it, that's all she wrote for the second map. Red Cerberus showing insane game knowledge there, like very, very impressive usage of the maps. The DPS knew what ways they were flanking, very clear, concise plans, and I mean, Deathwatch, their ability to adapt and overcome all those situations that were thrown at them that they might not have been expected. I think that's commendable as well. I think both teams are really putting up a fight here, and it's just Red Cerberus do seem to be coming on top. They seem very, very polished as a team, and my guess is they've been playing with each other for quite a long time, and if not a long time, then a lot.
Yeah, it's the aggression and the clear tempo that they as the team, as themselves, want to play. They're playing their game basically and forcing Deathwatch to play at their pace.
It's a very, very clever style. I mean, props to them. Honestly, it's really impressive to watch them.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Getting the third map pulled up here. We're gonna go on over to Hollywood. Taking another 15-second pause.
Yep.
That way we can
with
go
you.
ahead and get together. Perfect. We'll kick off in 3, 2, and 1. So we do got the side swap here. Blue team is now Deathwatch and Rev Cerberus on the red side now.
3, 2, 1. Attackers
I mean,
incoming.
Red Cerberus are touching that door. They're ready to come out, you know? They're ready to come out with fire and their belt. They want to make this a 3-0. They want to win this round finally.
Big sticky bombs coming out of Unti. Oh, Ghost Nathan does catch a dot.
Letty
Trying
resin.
to prevent the res.
Letty
Does
also
not cost her life, almost.
Oh, does manage to get a hit on Ghost Nathan. But meanwhile, Crossfire is absolutely devastating on this one.
That res was just... Oh,
Well,
live
it's
again and down
Dire.
again.
It's Dire's found themselves in a situation here. Roadhog is chasing ult and Crossfire comes out. Crossfire
they
there,
will.
looks like they're on it. This Hog's still behind them though. He's found himself in a bit of a pickle.
And finally finds himself escorted out of it.
Very staggered from his team though. I mean, Deathwatch has to be mindful of this. They are in a 5v6. Reinhardt's shield is a 50 out of 1600 points.
They're gonna have to back up.
Giving up
Respect
long
them.
precious space.
Oh! He goes ahead and drops 2. And Deathwatch really need to regroup here.
And then you see 2 ults come out from Red Cerberus, which I think, you know, they're getting excited, they're getting into it, but I don't know who needed those ults. They were already heavily dominating the fight. So it'll be interesting to see if they get punished for lacking those ults later on, or if they can build them quick enough. Hog again finding himself bullied and out of position. He's having a horrible time with it right now.
Crossfire is down low. They only have one healer right now. A lot of ultis here now for Deathwatch.
Watching your back.
Should be able to stabilize from here. Does catch the sleep onto D.Va.
Rev Cerberus doing a very good job at maintaining that high ground by using all vertical levels of the map. They're running some really good vertical characters like D.Va and Mercy. Echo as well, they're really relying on that vertical mobility.
Thanks.
But if
Put
you're
it on
running
my
one,
tab.
they're running two who can go to the vertical, chase the DPS off the high ground. It is forcing Deathwatch's McCree and Soldier to play on the high ground close to their tanks.
Looks like they all have rotated together.
As I said, the brilliant team play from Rev
Big
Cerberus.
shot.
Tactical
Big
visor.
bomb catches one. Multiple ultis going down.
Indy doing what they can on the Ana, but they are getting, can they get out of this, get to their hog and try and help their hog. D.Va is on that Ana, she will not let it go.
Get in there.
Ooh,
Really trying to commit a lot right now.
that is a
The
real
second
commitment
point gone.
to the Ana.
There was a thought of a potential recontest, but it looks like they're going to have to respect the grounds that they have given up and back up Deathwatch.
Flight routine.
And Hunzi just never allowing that to ever happen.
I mean, Cerberus are not letting them reconvene and get their heads screwed on and go back and unit Rev Cerberus and making sure that they're taking advantage of this confusion and this displacement from Deathwatch. And they're really, really going for it and punishing, making sure to keep the flow of battle always on them, denying any kind of high ground for Deathwatch at all.
I have your back.
Deathwatch does find one here. Catches a purple onto the hog.
Back in there.
Crossfire relentlessly holding the front line, occasionally rotating to help his supports out or their support.
Gonna see an ulti come down sooner or later.
This hog
Shatter
is
comes down.
huge shot from Crossfire there, huge cleanup from him and Hidano.
And to the Mystics, about to have their ultimate here, but they're just being a nuisance in the backline, potentially allowing their team to cap. That is true.
Refusing to let those supports out, eating Anna's sleep. The supports on Death did what they could, but Mystic said, nope, not today.
Switching sides.
They capture with about 2 minutes 38 seconds remaining here. Now everything is on the line out for Deathwatch. They do need to get a full cap to at least get it over to a second push attempt, as the score is presently 2-0 right now in favor of Rev Cerberus. To keep their hopes alive, let's go ahead and see what they have to offer, potentially force a second push here.
It is interesting to see the switch off of the Echo, but I think Ash still has that certain level of vertical mobility that you're really seeing Rev Cerberus use their characters to their full potential, and I'm really impressed with that. Very, very impressed with that.
In glorious combat.
I think Rev Cerberus' map knowledge are really, really impressive, and you know, Deathwatch doing what they can, but they're just not being allowed to regroup.
Same tank line here, same support lines for both as well. They both have soldiers, however one is on Pharah and one is on Ash.
This would be interesting to see if Pharah swaps straight away, if they can figure it out.
Dual hit scan. Found a shot. Oh! Opened it up for a kill.
Res
Gets the res out. prosthetic medic, keeping everybody up as much as possible.
I mean, Mercy got distracted with the tank and they're trying to help the effective medic out, and Farah's got the brunt of it. Seeing a lot of quick time here from Deathwatch. Oh, shit.
Hammer down catches too.
Crossfire, but they are immediately coming.
In exchange for their life here. Mystical Jedi's gonna have a bomb here if need be.
Into the Mystic doing what they can. Create the space for until their Reinhardt is back.
Looks like the DPS line of Rev here is just, once again, just allowing them to stabilize and not allowing any further push of Deathwatch here.
I couldn't agree more. The DPS in Death Cerberus relentless and very impressive.
Ozzy Shimoda barely getting that shot off and ultimately taking down In Flames on the soldier.
I mean, Hansi is just not letting up. It might be in spawn, but they're still popping shots. It's not even for ult charges to see if they can get thick and slow this push or stagger someone, as Rev Cerberus had been doing.
Unruly tank here on the side of Deathwatch for previously on the far. It looks like they moved on over to a Widow here. Bomb comes out.
Can old school get a good bomb off here? They're in the perfect position to try and get this off.
Does come out.
Shatter to stop.
Shatter the Rhine. That will take one out.
Poor Reinhardt.
Ryan has the nano.
We've got a nano attack there. Can it find a pick?
One kill here.
Multiple Jedi putting in work, flying around, doing a nuisance, preventing Anna from healing their team. Anna manages to get the street, and she back to her team to help.
Deathwatch only has about 60 seconds left to figure this out. Genuinely thought they were going to come out on top of that one, and then
I mean,
all of a sudden Rev decides to flip it.
they really do. I mean, old school Jedi wanted that Anna dead, and then they just shot Anna at his dead. They were not letting Anna get
She does get rezzed. 35 seconds here and counting.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of arts coming up from Rev Cerberus. We're only seeing a couple coming up from
Bomb out. Doesn't catch. Got 15 seconds here. Crossfire taking the top. Uh-oh, is he gonna do it? Does catch one. Okay. Punzi just literally just popping off every second. Anytime we move away, it's just seeing him on the kill feed and taking someone out.
Team being doing what they
Let's
want
wrap
to keep
up.
their Reinhardt alive, but not and soldier touching time without getting lost from
Bomb takes out the legs and ultimate.
Annie taking out Hunter. Anna putting in work in that room. There wasn't enough for her to kill. Mercy getting caught out while trying to get really risky runs there. I can't say that was worth it. Soldier not touching, but is like unfortunate for Deathwatch there as Rev Cerberus do take the win and I believe are undefeated for the entire of that season.
Oh, that last fight was just getting a little chaotic, and looks like the Diva took just ever so slight a step into that room to try to get a pick off, and just, you know, the overtime clock burned so quickly and just stepped off for a second and unfortunately just let the time run.
I mean, it was a really fun match to watch, and I think, you know, both teams performed really, really well, but Rev Cerberus's use of team comps and using the maps to their strengths, you know? I mean, on Hollywood running those three out of six people in their team with that vertical mobility, really dominating the high ground, preventing the hit scan on Deathwatch from even touching that high ground, and every time they did, they were immediately punished and caught out. It's staggering. Just the level of group work from Rev Cerberus was really, really, really exciting to see. And I mean, Deathwatch is they did really, really well with the defense, you know, and I think their healers are honestly outstanding to watch. Really on point with those immortalities from both Baptistes actually on both sides, and I mean, it was just really exciting to see, and it's just really unfortunate for Deathwatch, but Rev Cerberus did such an amazing job with that. They've honestly they've blown me away with their level of knowledge of the maps and the compositions that they've run. They came in with a game plan, they knew what they were doing, and they executed it perfectly.
Absolutely, both teams have a lot of things to be grateful for and played very well. That will be Deathwatch and Rev Cerberus, with Rev Cerberus winning it all, the Tier 2 Grand Finals at 3-0 over Deathwatch.